Schedule a Zoom with me at GCExperts.com/Zoom.
Connected. Hey, Sean.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Man,
sorry about that. I interrupted your weekend there quite a few times.
that's okay. I gotta tell you, the note that you sent about the workshop was just phenomenal and so nice. And in the middle of the night, I happened to be up and reading it. I bet that surprised you.
It did, actually, it did. And my brain was a little fried, and I had, my eyes were kind of getting tired of watching the monitor, but I loved it. I went all the way through as much as I could. So,
Yeah, that's amazing. You went through the workshop pretty quickly. Was there? Do you have a favorite part?
let me see. I have my notes here. I do. I mean, I know I laughed quite a bit in your dad's jokes and his stories, especially with the Chinese fan, right? But I mean, the one of my favorite parts that really stood out to me was the change orders was one of them,
Sure.
right? And the triangle, which is the scope creep, right? So I understand scope creep. However, the illustration your dad put together, and how he used it as it's a very valuable tool I could even use on the outside of federal government contracts, right? Because
Absolutely.
but yeah, I mean that's something that really stood out to me. That a job that I had completed in February. I mean, I did talk about scope creep. There was some scope creep, but see, the engineers and the project managers for the client, they didn't really understand what the hell I was talking about, right? So,
You didn't have a
yeah,
way to illustrate it to him.
correct. So this right here would definitely come in handy. You know, other than that, I mean, everything was pretty straight. Like actually, the Eichley formula. I'm looking at my notes here. So the Eichley formula was also very interesting to me,
Yeah.
right? I know there was a story he was talking about. As soon as one of your students mentioned the Eichley formula, we'll pay you, right? So, so that was awesome. Let's see here. I mean, again, this is something for me. All the years in the construction industry and as an industrial mechanic and pipe fitter and crane operator, I can actually in one place be able to utilize all my skills, right? Because not all construction is the same. But I believe in the federal government, the way you guys have done things, um, because I have a lot of knowledge. Sometimes it's like, okay, I only used it once, right? And I'll never use it again. But I believe I can use it here. So I can
Sure.
pretty much, have a vast of knowledge of just construction and general stuff that I may even just learn one time, and then I just used it one time, and then hey, forget about it and keep moving. But here it seems like you don't have to know a lot, but it's good if you do, right?
Yeah, my
So
dad and I call it connecting the dots. You know, you learn certain things over time, and then they apply in certain little areas, and then all of a sudden, because you did this and you did this and you did this, and then all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, now I can do this. You
yeah, and the strategy itself, right? To me, the way your dad put it, and even yourself, the strategy itself to come back and negotiate contracts, and you only release information that obviously will benefit you to make you more money, right? These high value contracts that you guys talk about. So
that's true.
with the cooling towers, for one example, right? He went out there, and obviously you can look at the data plate on a cooling tower. You can say, hey, who built it? What year it was built, right? You can go and call that company and say, hey, do you have these specs? What do you know about this job? And they have all the information. So, and believe he found a more efficient one. He was able to negotiate that deal, right? And not something I would do in the civilian sector, but the federal side, I'm loving it even more the way you guys explained it and how it's less competitive, I would say.
Oh, for sure. There's a
Yeah.
complete lack of competition in the federal government construction space. I mean, that's just it's ridiculous. I
Mhm.
mean, the number of federal government contract awards coming out from BidTrakker. I mean, just look
Mhm.
at this for a second. Let me pull it up here. So these are all BidTrakker numbers. The last
Oh,
day we have that they were active was yesterday. We'll probably get another dump tomorrow, but just September 1. I mean, just look at this list. August 30. You know, August
yeah.
26th. I mean, it's just it goes on and 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 on. Uh, yeah, they're
So
all
no, I mean I'm very interested in that, right? You see my email, the next step for the bid tracker, and obviously going into the membership, right?
right.
Uh, I want to get going as fast as possible, right?
Well, I
Obviously,
can launch you in. I mean, if you join the membership program today, we could start today. I mean,
okay,
whatever you want to do. I push back as fast as people push back on me, So, I can't pick up the phone and call you tomorrow at 2 o'clock and again at 6 o'clock and again the next day at 9 a.m. and check on you. I can't control what happens on the other side of that screen. But
right.
every time you want to engage and move things forward, just like when you joined up with the workshop, it was instant access to that, right? When you join the membership program, you get instant access to a whole bunch more training. I mean, a whole bunch more training. We'll keep you
Right.
super busy and engaged and moving forward.
You got it. And also, I have two project managers, right? Obviously, I have to pay. I'm going to pay for their membership as well. But I like to get going on my end first, start generating some revenue, right, and then be able to cover their costs in regards to the workshop. But I want to take a physical workshop. I want to send them to the physical workshop, right?
I
Uh,
don't know necessarily that we're ever going to do that again.
oh, okay, okay,
I mean, I just don't know that there's any reason to do it again. And let me tell you why. The information that you just went through isn't going to change, okay?
right,
If somebody was here, the only advantage to being here is they can raise their hand and go, hey, I have a question. Well, I can do that with this. I can do
right.
that with a phone. They can pause it and they can go, hey, I have a question. As an example, you could have at any point during the workshop picked up the phone and called me and said, hey, I have a question about what, and you can ask me right now if you have any questions about the workshop or what you went through. Like, I just don't know that we're ever going to do that again. I don't know that it's necessary.
Got it, got it, got it, got it. I mean, I did get a lot of wealth of knowledge just on the workshop, and yes, you've been very accessible. So, yeah, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, okay. Um, I don't have a lot of questions. Again, I just want to move forward. And I did have some questions during the workshop, and you guys answered those questions when it came down to the RFPs. Let me look at my notes here. The RFPs, right? They can be awarded without discussion, uh, which is more risk. That's the one you got to be careful. Right?
Yeah, and if you look at BidTrakker, so let me
Mhm.
pull it up here. You go to members.gcexperts.com, you go to BidTrakker report, and then you just pick your bid type you want. So if you want RFQs and RFPs, you pick that. If you want just RFQs, you pick that. And then you can just hit search, and then it'll bring you up all the RFQs. So these are all the ones that are no risk.
Okay,
Isn't that cool?
that's awesome. And I mean, I went on the SAM.gov and tried to navigate through that thing.
No,
It's
this is only exclusively. Look, you know, they probably spent $1 billion making a system that sucks ass. I spent
yeah,
$250,000 and I built something that's the
okay,
Ferrari of how to do this. This is the only system in the world because I invented it. I did this.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense to me. On that last hour of the second day, you went through it, and it made a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that's the big deal, man. I mean, because look, all of us have, a certain amount of time left, and if time's the most important thing, and
No, yeah, definitely it is. I mean, I got a new baby coming on the way, so I need that time.
yeah.
Spend more time with family.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, I just want to thank you and your dad. Obviously haven't spoke to your dad yet, but I want to thank you guys for the information and for what's going to come, right? Because
All
I
right,
really want to
buddy.
do this right away.
I look forward to working with you.
Okay, Sean, thank you very much.
Yep. Have a good day.
Likewise. Bye bye.
Bye bye.